Hi, Kanishka.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you
I'm
doing?
great. Yeah.
Kanishka, could you please introduce yourself and share more about
Of
you?
course, I'm Kanishka Srinath. I'm a middle school learner at School of Humanity. I'm turning 14 tomorrow, and I'm passionate about dancing, content creation, video editing, photography, graphic design, art, and a lot more. Yeah.
And what brought you to School of Humanity? Why did you enroll with us?
I was studying in a traditional school before, so after a point of time, this question came into my mind like, can I really balance my extracurriculars with my academics? Because I really love my extracurriculars, but it came to a point where I couldn't really balance both of them. And academics are equally important, and the traditional school I was going to, it wasn't really supportive. So I was like, I had a talk with my mom. We sat down and we were like, we need to find a different school which supports balancing both extracurriculars and academics. So that's how we found School of Humanity, and yeah.
And tell me more about these extracurriculars or passions that you have.
Yeah, of course. So I'm really into dancing again. And of course, as I told, content creation, video editing. I do a bit of sports, not too much. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that overview. One of the things that makes our model unique is the learning through projects
Yes.
instead of memorizing for exams. I'd love to hear what have been some of your favorite projects that you've worked on so
Of
far.
course, a project from term one. It's from the Earth and Me Challenge. So it's a Why Not Landslide project, which basically focuses on the devastating landslides from the Western Ghats of India. So this project explores how on geographical features like steep hills and heavy rainfall lead to landslides, which can affect the local community there. So I focused on the problems which the local community faces, like the disruption of agriculture, difficulties for transportation in times of emergency, and I've studied the already existing solutions there, which are like local volunteers, emergency response teams, and technology like drones, thermal scanners, early warning systems, which might mitigate the impact of the landslide. So overall, I've just learned the importance of community resilience and also combining modern technology with the local knowledge there. And yeah.
Wow, it sounds like a very interdisciplinary
Yes.
set of connections that you've made there. You mentioned the Earth and Me challenge,
Yes.
and you've done several challenges
Yes,
by
yes.
now. Which one has been your favorite challenge and why?
One of my favorite challenges is again from term one, power of thoughts. So this challenge really deep dives into how our mindset and thoughts impact our daily life situations and actions. So over the course of a few weeks, we learned how to recognize our negative thought patterns and shift them to positive ones. Also learned about critical thinking, which is basically where we separate facts from opinions, and also questioning what we read or hear. I think another important big aspect is how cultural backgrounds play a big role in our thoughts. At the end of this challenge, I learned about like empathy, self awareness, and how to keep a positive mindset consistently.
That sounds really in depth, and I can imagine those metacognition skills will be helpful for you for the rest of your lives. I've learned so much from you already, Kanishka, but I would love to ask you to teach us one of your favorite concepts that you've learned so far.
Mindset awareness. So it's basically going over again how, we understand ourselves, how, of course we face problems in our daily life. So understanding ourselves can already solve half the problem. So what makes the skill stand out is how School of Humanity teaches us that we just don't really only talk about it. We reflect on it, we discuss about it, we share our experiences, and we applied it in real life situations like managing stress or balancing our extracurriculars with our academics.
And speaking of that, one of the questions I have for you, I'm really curious about how you structure your time to ensure that you're doing your online school, but that you're also socializing and staying active. Could you share more about
Yeah,
that?
of course. So School of Humanity follows a 4-day school system. So from Monday to Thursday. So I'm a bit busy on those days. So after school, I do have extracurriculars during the evening, like dance and yoga. We have Friday. So around the same time as school happens on the other days, on Friday, I block out that same period of time it's kind of non-negotiable. I study or do finish my projects or do some IXL practice. Yeah.
Brilliant. And how are you staying socially active?
So of course, I go for dance classes or yoga classes. I have my friends there. Then, of course, school friends, we do usually regularly meet up throughout the month. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. My final question for you, what are you most proud of so far in this journey?
I started love learning again after joining School of Humanity. I've just seen my academic growth from my previous school, and something I'm proud and surprised was that I checked my end of term report from term one, and I found out that I finished 11 projects. Now, coming from a traditional school background, you usually do like 2 to 3 projects over a span of a year. But, finishing 11 projects to a span of a few months is a big deal for me. And something I noticed that I didn't see the time fly. Like, the facilitators, the project design for me was so engaging. I really didn't see the time fly. I really enjoyed it, every moment of it. Yeah, so that's just something really I'm proud of myself.
That's amazing. You absolutely should be. Models like project-based learning doesn't work unless there's some level of self-motivation and desire to participate from the learner. So you should absolutely be really proud of yourself for completing all those projects. Well done.
Thank you. Yes.
Well, I really enjoyed our conversation. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.